Morning. Hi you guys, welcome back to Queen's Roots. My name is Queen Mother. I am so excited that you all are here today. I was getting ready to film. I know you're ready for me to get back to the Orishas, right? And so for today, you are going to get the price of 2 videos this week. Well, 3 I guess, because I have to get this message out right away. So this message will come out and then you'll also get the video for the Orishas, and we'll I don't know how I want to do it time wise, but I know I have to get this message out right away, right? So for all of you guys who are new to my channel, thank you so much for coming over. This is my sacred little space. My name is Queen Mother. I am a spiritual coach. I call it a spiritual fixer. I'm going to stick to that. So a spiritual fixer. I'm a spiritual fixer. I am also a diviner and a medium. And so on this channel, I teach you all about the spiritual realm and the magical realm and all of the fun stuff for those who choose to do spiritual practices and want to learn how to use the metaphysical and things like that to get into improving their lives. Now, if you want the more just spiritual lessons, spiritual developments, you can find all of that information either on my podcast, The Root of Spirituality, which is streaming on all streaming platforms, as well as you get a chance to work with me if you need assistance wherever you are on your journey. I've just launched my spiritual alignment coaching program, and so the link is in the description bar down below if you are interested in learning how if you're interested in working with me for 6 weeks. I walk you through understanding where you are in your life, why you got there, how to use that same power, that same pain, how to harness it to create the life that you want to live. So often we are caught up in dreaming about the life or focusing on all of these methods that we forget that we have to start taking action. So you work with me for 6 weeks and I give you an actual action plan that you can utilize to start taking action, like as soon as you start, like literally your first week you are starting you are starting out, like coming in the gate, like making changes and taking action so you can get to the life that you want to live. So if that is something that you are interested in, you can go ahead and hit the description down, the link in the description down below to go ahead and submit an application. Now I will say this, I have had the pleasure of working with 3 clients thus far, and so I will say that I'm not, because the end of the year is like getting close, I am taking a limited amount of students just so that way I have time to still create content for you all and still be able to dedicate time to my personal life. So I am taking a limited amount of students. So far I've helped 3 students and I'll be posting their reviews. More on their reviews are already on my website, queensroot.com, as well as in my free seminar. So if you have not heard about that, if you want to join me for one of my free live lessons, you can go ahead, and there's also going to be a link in the description bar. If you wanted to link to that, you can go ahead and sign up. You know, I'm going to put the link tree there so that way you get access to all of my stuff in one place, and then you can sign up for the free training that I host once a week. I'm going to host this training once a week, and maybe once or twice a week. I'm going to teach you about how to rebuild your trust. So if that's something you're interested in and you want to join that community of learning about how to rebuild your trust and hear more about how my clients have learned how to rebuild their trust and how they're living their best lives, then that training is going to be for you. It's completely free. It's a live training, so go ahead, sign up down below so that way you can go ahead and get started. All right, let me jump into what I got to jump in, because truthfully speaking, I've been procrastinating like a lot lately, but I want to say that I've had a lot of I've been very busy with like my family, and so school has officially started. Let's just give us a round of applause for that, because today is Tuesday, yesterday was the first day of school, so now I feel like I'm back to my regular self. I'm back to it's quiet. You know, you guys, I don't like going live often because what you don't see, what I have to edit out, is I'm always having to yell at my kids. So either the TV's too loud, or someone's stopping me in the middle of recording to ask for a snack, or they know I'm recording and they just want to come in. And I have one that loves to be in the camera, and so she's like always trying to find a way to come in and be on the camera and say smart stuff behind the screen. So it's quiet. Do you hear it? Do you hear it? Do you hear me? Can you hear me? It's quiet. Yes! School is back in. I'm so excited. All right, let's get started. So in today's video, I have a channel message for all of you all that I needed to share with you today. And so I've been getting a lot of messages lately, only because I have been in a position where, once again, it seems like my transitions, the growing period, like my growing pain starts happening towards the later half of the year. And so right now I'm going through, once again, a transition. Now, I don't know if it's a transition, like I said, like it's happening at the later part of the year, or is it a transition because I keep doing the same stupid shit over and over again, right? And I'll get to that later. But anyway, I wanted to share this message that I got with you guys. Spirit has been giving me a lot of messages, and sometimes I try to jot them down so I can come back and share them with you. I think what I want to do is keep going to share. It'd be quicker to share them on my Instagram. I'll try to do little short videos to share those messages, but I'll probably share them on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, head on over to @QueensHouseOfRoots, so that way when these channel messages come up, you can get them as they're coming, because they've been getting into my ass about not delivering a message. I have a very specific message that was given to me about almost 3 weeks ago that I probably should get on now. I don't know, it's like when they give me the messages, it's like, you know, you wait too late and like the conversation has already changed. Like you have something you want to say in a conversation, and then you wait too late to say it, and then you don't want to go back to that topic, and that's kind of like where I'm at. But I'm going to do a very specific video for that one, because that is a global message about what's to come, and I definitely need to share that. And I'm going to probably share that on my Instagram, and just probably send you guys like a link when or update you guys like when I posted it. All right, let me get into this. So it's already like 8 minutes into this. Some of you all are in a place of transitioning like myself, right? When I say transitioning, I mean going through a challenging moment. You're having a tower moment. So I posted this on my Instagram last week or a week ago, and I posted this saying that said, choose to see the truth, right? And so I don't remember if I posted anything that went with it. I do know I posted, but I don't remember what I posted there. But I got a message 2 weeks ago, and the message was, it came up in my prayer, my meditation was, choose to see the truth, right? And so I didn't know like what that message was for at the time. However, shit hit the fan like the next day. And so as I was standing in this position where I was witnessing someone like blatantly lie to me, blatantly betray me, blatantly do so, like it was just a really hard moment of realization. It felt like I wasn't even in my body, like watching and experiencing what I was experiencing in that moment. And so the message started ringing. The message started ringing. It just got quiet, and it was like an out of body experience. The message started ringing again. It was like, choose to see the truth. Choose to see the truth. And I was like, wow, this message wasn't just for me. It was also for the person in that moment who I was encountering. Like that person was refusing to see the truth. And so I literally watched this person, someone sat there and lied to them. They regurgitated that lie back to me. Someone came and cleared the lie up. They still regurgitated that lie back to me, even knowing that the lie was regurgitated. They was cleared up. They then proceeded like the next day, that person then proceeded the next day to double down on the lie. And I had to get to the point, I was like, listen, I can't participate in this energy anymore. I cannot do it. Whatever is going to happen will happen. Whatever you choose to believe, I'm going to believe what I know is 100% facts. Like I know who my people are. I know who I am. I know 100%. Like where I stand, right? And so the message came out again. It was like, choose to see the truth, choose to see the truth, choose to see the truth, choose to see the truth. And I was like, fuck it, like whatever, I'm walking away, I don't care, I don't want to see anything else. And so the lie then was clarified again, that it was a lie in front of the both of us, that it was a lie. And all I could see is this person still trying to hold on to, it was like a defeated look, but they still wanted to find a way to hold on to the lie. And so some of you guys, this is where the message comes in. So that was my situation, that the message came up, and it did not click until after everything had hit the fan. And it still did not click for me, like 100%. I thought it was just like, okay, I see it, I see everything for what it is, I see this person for who they are, I understand. It still didn't click for me. So in that moment, I told I was just like, you know what, Spirit, I'm done. Like I am over it. So in that moment, some of you guys are being delivered from situations. We're in the age, this year has been nothing but, this year has been all about uncovering the truth. I don't know about any of you guys, but that veil is being lifted from all of our eyes, from our minds. We're seeing things and people and events for what they truly are. You may be in a place where you're like refocusing or remembering certain events, and you're like reprocessing it, rethinking about, you know, should I have done this, or was this the right part? A lot of you are going through an awakening, and your awakening is starting because the truth is being now presented to you, right? So I still, like I said, I still didn't hit it until I was going through my email list. I was looking for a company that I was going to recommend to one of my relatives. So I was looking for a company, and I knew that I had sent this company to one particular person. So I was going through my emails to try to find the name of the company because I can't remember it. And then I came across an email that I had sent in 2015 of an interaction that had happened between me and an individual, and me and two other people, right? And so I saw the email, and I read the email, and I was like struck in, because it kept saying the truth will come out, the truth will come out, and you know, you're acting so innocent and all this other stuff. And so I called my aunt, and I was like, I'm just so confused. What is this truth that needs to come out? Like, what is this? I know the person who wrote the email was speaking in it in a manner of me being like a person who was manipulative, and a person who was being like, you know, like in a negative manner. But I was like, but I don't understand where the whole innocent part comes into place, or I don't understand where this whole truth part comes into place. And that's when it finally clicked for me, like through my conversation with her, and like the day afterwards, finally it started to click for me. So in uncovering all of this, it got to the point where I was like, it's not my truth. It's not a truth about me. It is a truth about the individuals who are around me. I am the truth. Like, I am the one that is bringing out that truth. I am the one, like, I'm looking at all of it. I'm like, it's all coming to a head because I'm seeing it. And y'all, if y'all know me, I'm very, and I don't like liars. I always believe anything you tell me. Like, if I first meet you, if you want to tell me you are the richest person in the world, that you are Rico Suave, that you just, like, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me. As soon as I figure out it's a lie, and it don't even have to take long, it could be like literally 30 seconds into me opening your mouth, I completely lose trust in you. I completely dismiss you, because now I know that we're all capable of lying, but now I know that you want to be a liar. Now I know that you're not in denial about who you are and what it is you want to be. Now, I'm not talking about people who are like being a person, you know, acting as if. I'm talking about people who just lie blatantly for no freaking reason, right? Just like, lie. Why are you lying? Well, just makes no sense. Why are you lying? You know? So anyway, a lot of you guys are being delivered. A lot of you guys have so many snakes around you, so many people in your circle, and you're being delivered. No, that wasn't the message. The message was you were delivered. You were delivered from that place. You were delivered from that garden. You were taken out of it. You're right. And so while you were on the outside, you had the opportunity to grow. When you were on the outside of that, you had the opportunity to flourish, to grow spiritually, mentally, physically, financially. You were doing better. You were elevating your life, right? You allowed yourself to have a moment of doubt or confusion or nostalgia, whatever it is. And you thought that you can go back home, or you thought that you would be able to go back and be in a place where I want to just go back and be around. Maybe you were having like a bad moment or a bad time period, and you're just like, I just want to go back to what was familiar to me. But you forgot that what your familiarity, what you were familiar, like what was familiar to you, was toxic. That you were delivered from it. You were delivered from it, right? You go back, you had a moment of weakness. Now, while you are elevating your life, where you were delivered from was not elevating. It wasn't growing, because in order for you to grow and to have what you needed to do, you had to be removed. And so you left that place, right? And the people that you left, they were not growing. They were not doing anything. Everything they touched kept crumbling. They saw your growth and they were trying to figure out, hey, how do I get where you are? How do I do what you do? You know what? We come from the same blood. How do I get where you are? What am I doing? I'm from the same city as you. What am I doing wrong, right? You have a divine blessing on your life. You have a divine purpose. And you're being elevated and moved to a higher level because it is your blessing. It is your right. You were taken from that. You were like the chosen one. You were removed and put in a place where you had the ability to grow, all right, and flourish. You decided to go back. You decided to let one person in. You probably feel like, I just want to be familiar. I'm having a hard moment. I just want to go back to my comfort. You went back to the past. You went back to where you were delivered from. Okay? And so now you're trying to stay in this position. You let these people get in your head. You let these people get in your pockets. You let these people get in your heart. You let these people get in your mind. Like, you just let these people into your life. They have submerged you because they saw your light. They saw your growth. And now you're coming back, and it's like taking the light into the darkness. What you think all the bugs are going to do? They're going to come and start coming, being attracted to it. So now you're walking backwards into this because you want comfort. You want to try to let me, justify, oh, I shouldn't be like this. I'm doing better, but they're not. Or, let me go back and be with family. Let me go back and love on family. Let me go back and embrace this, right? You're forsaking everything that you worked so hard for. You are abandoning everything that you worked so hard to grow out of and grow towards. And you're still trying to grow, but you're stuck. You don't see the roots that have been placed on you. You don't see the bullshit that has been put in your mind. And it's not that you're completely oblivious to it, because you knew it was happening. You are failing to see the truth. You don't want to see it because you want to try to mend that comfort. These people have come in, they have clouded your brain they have clouded your mind so much. They've given you a false sense of love, a false sense of appreciation. They have literally, like, when I'm saying this, like, all I can see is like someone walking into a cave or into a jungle, and then it's like all, like you see like the animated movies where like the roots are just like wrapping the person up. That's all I see. Like, you came back and they took that opportunity to pull you, wrap you down, and get whatever they could from you, right? And now you're going to wonder why you're not growing. Now you're going to want to know why things aren't looking looking the way they should be. Why are you not getting, why are you more suffering? Why? Because you decided to go back. You decided you were delivered from this situation. You were delivered from these people. You were delivered from your bondages. You were delivered from your past. And yet you keep going back. Now, I know some people are going to have like karmic situations. I know some people are going to have times where, they have to embrace where they are. And that's perfectly fine, because sometimes in some karmic situations you have lessons. However, if you've already been given the lessons and the answers and you passed the test, why are you going back? Can you not see that it's not for you? Do you not see, like, when you separated from this, how well you flourished, how well your life became, the loved ones you attracted into your life, the new family that you built? Because you're still trying to hold on to a part of you that was broken. You're still trying to hold on to, you remember nostalgia, but you don't, when we have nostalgia moments, we forget that, oh my God, I might remember this is an example. I remember my grandmother baking some fresh baked cookies on Sundays. Well, you forgot that the reason why your grandma had to do that was because you were getting your ass, like, you were getting abused the next day. So that's the reason why grandma made that, was so you know, yes, the day before you were probably like getting super abused, like, you know, or you were abandoned, or it was like an anniversary or something, like something tragic happened to you, and she did that to kind of help you feel better about that day and time. But you just remember, oh, I remember cookies. And so although you go back to that memory, you want to go back to that place, and you want to enjoy these feelings, you still, that other part of it that you're ignoring, that other part of the pain and hurt is still there. And once that nostalgia, like that, once that nostalgia goes away, at the good times, the bad times is like, boom, like I'm there, like, oh yeah, here I go, you forgot about me. And then now you're stuck. Now you're like, oh my God, this triggered something in me. Like, how do I get out of this? Like, I thought I dealt with this. Like, where did it come from? It is all, you have to wake up and see the truth. You have to see the truth. Even if you went back, and I'm not gonna like criticize, you know, if you are on your journey, if you went back, choose to see the truth that is around you. Choose to see who is around you. Choose to see what is really happening. I tell my clients all the time, like, I do a cleansing every year. I delete my numbers, and I'm so horrible at it because I kind of had to stop, because I would delete numbers. If I don't talk to you all year or within a 6-month period, your number's going on my phone. And so when people do call me, or when I got to call them, like, oh shit, I don't have their number. And then they had to be like, oh, I thought I gave you my number. And I'd be like, yeah, boo, I deleted it because I don't talk to you, right? But that's just me. So I tell my clients to do that. I really tell them to go through their list and analyze, like, who is no longer serving you. Where are and I don't mean like who's like giving to you all the time. Like, where are you no longer having value in your life? Where are you no longer growing in your life? If it's time to cut some dead friendships off, cut them off. If it's time to cut some relatives off, cut them off. If it's time to, you know, move on, it's time to let those people go. It's time to let those situations go. It's time to let it go, because as long you prayed, you cried, you wanted deliverance, you were given deliverance, you cannot keep going back. You can't. So I know it's hard. It's so hard. It is so hard. And I'm not like, even for myself, like, I would say this has been like the hardest couple of weeks for me, because I've had to see truths that I won't say I was in denial in, but finally the truths of everything was just like unveiling itself. And I get mocked at times by certain people, because as it was coming out, like everything was unfolding, it was like, go ask your spirits. And I was just like, who the hell do you think told me to come and check you? Like, who do you think told me to come up here? And I'm like, and I've been getting this shit for weeks, but I've been ignoring it. But now I'm here, and I'm choosing to see what is in before me. I have to see it not in the lens that I want to see it. I have to see it in the lens for what it is. I have to see what the good and the bad. I have to see it for what it is. I can't look at it anymore from rose-colored glasses, you know. I have to see that if it's a piece of shit, it's a piece of shit, and just excuse me, but if it is, it is. You know, I can't look at it like, oh my God, a pretty lump. You have to choose to see the truth. You have to usher in the truth. And like, so what do you do afterwards? Like, after you see the truth, that part is the hardest. You know, it's like, okay, once your eyes are open, what are you going to do next? Like, where do you go next? What are you going to say next? You know, what's the next step? And that part is the hardest part, because if you're not ready to let go of the people or situations, if you're not ready to embrace and usher in new change, that's super hard. And yeah, it can be hard. You know, I'm not gonna say it can. It's hard. It's hard. It's painful, because you have to do a lot of insight. You know, like you have to start looking at the truth of yourself. You have to start looking at the truth of the people that you had around you. You have to start looking at the people, what really happened in those situations. And so I want to say this before I wrap up. And for people who know that you have a pathological liar in your life, like they know, like I would say this, I have a sibling who I know is a liar. Like, no jokes about it, that person is a liar. However, I don't always dismiss what is said to me. I just take it in small little grains, and if I feel like it's the truth, I'll be like, all right. If I feel like it's not, I know what to do with that person. You know, like I know where to put that person on my level, because I know that person is a liar. It doesn't matter what that person say to me. I'm going to always say, hey, but I know. So when other people will come to me and tell me such and such did this, such and such did this, I didn't go to a place of in denial. I went to him as in a place of, listen, I don't care what you got to say. I don't care what happened. I'm telling you now, stop it. Like, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm being told. This is what I really know of you. Stop it. You have to, for those who are a part of someone's journey, or a part of, like, you're witnessing someone's toxicity, you're witnessing, this is if you have people who are truly care about you, or if you truly care about somebody, and someone comes to tell you like, hey, so and so did this, so and so did this, or that person comes to tell you so and so did this to me, so and so did this, you have to check yourself first. You have to be like, you can't just jump on a bandwagon of, oh my god, this person is truthful, this person is this, when you know that person is not truthful, when you know that person only tells you certain things, or that you know that person only do, like, I always be like, okay, all right, thank you for sharing the information with me, but what's the real truth? What did you do? That's what I do to my daughter. When she goes to school, she'll be like, oh, the teacher did this, this, and this, and the teacher did this, and this girl did this, and I'd be like, okay, well, what did you do? I did nothing. Nothing. No, don't play me, little girl. What did you do? Because you did something. Like, I know you at the point where I know you did or said something for those people to do what they did. Or they might have said something, but I know you did something or said something back. Like, listen, I know you. So when you have people in your life that you absolutely know, still choose to see the truth. Don't let people come into you and lie to you. Don't let people come and tell you half truths. What did that person do? What caused that event? What really happened? Don't jump on nobody's bandwagon without knowing the full truth, because then you'll find yourself in a position where you're supporting a person and enabling them to not change, to not grow. That was their opportunity to see where they went wrong. That was their opportunity to see where they went right. That was their opportunity to grow, and you are diminishing that opportunity because you don't want to hold that person accountable. All right, that is all that I have for you today. I know this is pretty much a lot, but wherever you are, the channel message was to choose to see the truth. And if you have already been delivered from situations and people, stop going back. Choose to see the truth about where you've been delivered from. Choose to see the truth about who you have in your life. Choose to see the truth about, like, really be honest with yourself. You can't want to be the prize pig, winning competitions, to go back and roll in the dirt, in the mud with unhealthy pigs and expect to still be a prize pig. No, boo. You have to, if you've been delivered and you've been elevating yourself, you need to stay out of that energy. Don't return back, okay? Y'all, this is even a message I've had to take for myself from this situation. Like I said, it was delivered to me, and I needed to, and I was also told to share that part about being delivered to you guys. Well, yeah, to you, because the choose to see the truth was for me. So you guys, you gotta when these moments come, it's painful. You're not going to be happy, but I want you to focus and be real. Be real with yourself. Be real with the people that's in your life. And whatever you got to do in that moment, take it for what it is, where it's at, and move forward. All right.